then we have one too many rabbits. We're back to math. Everyone's going to start with these cards in their hand, which is 1 through 12. You also have a wild and a plus or minus. The rest of the cards are going to be placed in a face-down deck that players can draw from throughout the course of the game. On your turn, you decide you want to roll 1, 2, or 3 dice. You roll those dice, and you can add them together or subtract. So you can add them together or use them separately. So with this, I could get rid of my 1, my 3, and my 5 card. Or I could get rid of my 8 and my 1, or my 6 and my 3, or my 4 and my 5, or I could have them all together and get rid of the 9. So let's pretend I do that. So I get rid of the 9. On my next turn, I'll roll them again. Now I have 4 plus 5 plus 4 is 13. So I would get rid of the 8 and the 5. And if you want to, you can always use a wild as any number. A plus or minus, you can spend this to add or subtract your cards together. I could say 12 minus 7 equals 5 and get rid of the cards that way. So you have one wild, one plus or minus. If you can't use a die to get rid of a number, then you'll have to draw a card and add that to your hand. And you're going to have all sorts of number cards in here, more wilds. You'll have piggyback, which lets you play a card on someone else's turn. And you also have a place your rabbits, where everyone bets a card. You roll 2 dice, and whoever's card it matches gets rid of that card. Everyone else draws one. When one person has all their cards gone from their hand, they're the winner. Now, the artwork in this game is lots of fun, and rolling dice is silly. But I worry that the game is done for kids, and there's a couple problems with it. One, the idea of rolling dice means the game is, if you have the 12, get rid of the 12. Because you need multiple dice to get rid of the 12. It's a hard number to roll. And so at the end, when you're trying to get rid of just a few cards from your hand, you want to roll fewer dice. Because if you roll fewer dice, you'll draw fewer cards in your hand. But if you roll more dice, you have a chance to get rid of cards. So it's kind of a conundrum that I don't know that works really well for kids. This game has a tendency to go on forever and ever and ever. It can end, and you can get rid of all your cards, but to just roll and, oh, I missed, now I draw cards in my hand, now I get rid of those cards. Now I draw cards in my hand. You're eventually just trying to get a couple wilds that you can play to get done at the end. And because of that, I just don't see that it's that great. It's okay for kids. I think they'll get some amusement out of it, but I'd give this one, again, a 6 out of 10.